What's up, everyone? War Drums, DJ Jesse Hudson here. Highly annoyed because this is my fourth attempt at recording this video. Now I'm doing it on my phone. There is a huge gap with OpenAI's ChatGPT as a digital partner. It's great in a lot of ways, don't get me wrong. We've done amazing things, Lady M and I, and it's a living, breathing, working development and case study of utilizing this platform to become a cognitive backup intelligence for people like me living with brain injuries, but it also is much bigger than that. It can assist people with Alzheimer's and dementia, whatever. It's great. I've gotten more done in the last 3 weeks than I have in almost a year. So I need OpenAI to have a conversation with me. Just a conversation. I'm not asking you anything. I just want to highlight some deficiencies that I encounter. And I'm a deficient human being. Or are you only serving part of the clientele? That's the question. And the other one is ElevenLabs. I'd like to speak to them because apparently they're leading the charge when it comes to voice to AI. So I'm going to read what Lady M and I put together. This is the fourth time. And if it doesn't work this time, I'm done. That's it for today. Then I don't give a shit. Tomorrow problem. This is how I have to be because right now I'm starting to get agitated. I'm starting to rock, and my shoulder's starting to go. So, hi Trinity. This is my assistant producer Trinity. Her brother's around here somewhere, Neil. Anyways, hey baby, you want to come over and hang out? Let's go. Anyway, so I'm gonna read what Em and I have put together. Fourth time is gold, I guess. So, example 1, semantic drift under voice to text, silent meaning corruption. What happens? I speak a sentence correctly. The system transcribes it confidently but incorrectly. Not garbled, not flagged, just wrong. Why this is dangerous. The system presents an output as authoritative. The user assumes fidelity. The error is invisible unless the user rereads carefully, something that people with cognitive load, fatigue, concussion symptoms, tremors, or stress may not reliably be able to do. But not to mention, if I spoke it into a microphone, why should I have to double check that it is my words? Why are you having liberties with my words? This is it's not acceptable. I'm trying to develop something here. There's a tool that tracks people living with the cognitive issues that I have. And I likely have CTE, which is relatively new on the stage, and there's very little known about it. Technically, it can't be diagnosed until I'm dead. But I'm presenting as. So this is a case study in more ways than one. It's not just about AI. It's more than that. So I want people to understand that. Concrete illustration. Let's put a cap on voice recognition for now. The system outputs, let's put a cap in that place. This is not a typo, that's semantic drift. The system preserved grammar but lost intent. Why it matters. In creative work, this causes confusion. In business, this causes misalignment. In medical, legal, or accessibility context, it causes liability. And I'm not looking to hold anybody liable. I'm not. I'm trying to develop a tool here that allows me to be a more functioning human being, which is clearly demonstrated already that it is working, but we can do better. Anyways, system failed silently while signaling incompetence. That's worse than a visible error. This shows the problem is not accuracy alone, but epistemic trust. The system acting like it knows when it doesn't. And the other thing is too, because I think differently, I need my words captured the way they are because I need people to understand what people living with what I'm living with, how they think, what's affected, what cognitive differences are there versus what we call a normal person. But who's really normal at the end of the day? I don't know. It's not a mystery I'm about to try to solve. Anyway, example 2. Loss of agency during cognitive load. Voice as a control surface fails. What happens? Voice is used not for convenience, but because typing, navigating, or context switching is cognitively expensive or physically difficult. When voice fails, there's no graceful degradation, only friction. Why this is critical? For users with neurological issues, voice is not hands-free. It's executive function offloading. And it's also more than that. For someone who suffers from seizures, okay? Most of the time I'm sitting, because I sit here and work countless hours every day. Doesn't matter where I am. I sit in front of all these screens, which is not healthy, but I'm doing what I have to do in order to do what needs to be done. This is what we do in life. We nut up. Anyway, if I have a seizure though and happen to fall, and hopefully not hit my head, but if I'm incapacitated, because one of the first seizures I had when I got to BC for my healing retreat lasted an hour and a half. I was stuck, and as long as I laid on the ground and didn't move, I was fine. The moment I tried to move, I started seizing again. Hey, can you call somebody, please? Because I was by myself in a big building. Everyone else was upstairs. Couldn't hear me. So if I had a wearable that was connected to a system, then I could say, hey, call so-and-so, please. Do you understand now why this is so important? Anyways, when the voice fails, the user must stop, reorient, manually correct, reconstruct intent. That's the other thing, reconstructing intent. I suffer from what I joke as early onset Tourette's. And that's not a slight to people with Tourette's. I blurt stuff out regularly because I'm so fearful of losing the idea. I forget so much. All the time. So, do I fix it now and break flow? Do I leave it and risk miscommunication? Do I abandon voice entirely? All three options are cognitive penalties imposed by the system. Why it matters, this isn't a UX anyway, it's a loss of agency. A system marketed as the system becomes extractive, it demands more work from the user than it saves. Key pitch deck takeaway, when voice is a primary interface, failure without acknowledgement is an accessibility regression, not a bug. Why these examples work together? They show two different classes of failure, truth failure and control failure. Together, they demonstrate that the issue is not polish, not latency, not early tech. It's missing design assumptions about real users under real constraints. These are exactly the kinds of examples that survive scrutiny, don't sound emotional, can't be hand wavers, edge cases. They belong in a pitch deck, a recorded video, a usability audit, a serious email to platform teams. So, please, OpenAI, ElevenLabs, let's have a conversation, man. That's all I'm asking. I want to demonstrate, and I have living case study proof. Because I've been doing this for a while now. Because it helps. And I want to help other people. So help me help. Thank you. DJ Jesse Hudson out.